Welcome to the Barron Gorge National Park. Landscapes of the Barron Gorge started to form more than 400 million years ago when Australia was still part of the great continent Gondwana. Ancient rivers carried the sediment down the coast, which were then more than 100 kilometres from its current position. Earth movements at the edge of the continent uplifted and compressed the sandwich of sediments and volcanic rocks, forming metamorphics, low-grade slate and siltstone. Where the underlying rock was more resistant, the river water tumbled and is now a waterfall more than 250 metres high. The Jabuganji Bama are the traditional owners of the area known as the Jiri Nyanda Nairumba, which includes the Barron Gorge National Park. On the 17th of December 2004, the Federal Court of Australia handed down the Jabuganji people's native title determination over Barron Gorge National Park. This is the first park in Queensland to have a native title determination. The determination registers the interests and rights under customary law and tradition that already exists. A formal Indigenous land use agreement has been registered to ensure that the park management and native title interests are properly integrated. The traditional owners ask that you take care and respect their country while you visit. The European history of the Barron Gorge National Park dates back to the gold rushes in the 1870s when people from all over the world travelled to the region. Cairns was founded as a port, and the Douglas and Smith tracks were established through the Barron Gorge as the first links between the goldfields and the port. Miners even fossicked in the region itself, and the shafts and diggings can still be found today. Valuable red cedar known as red gold was logged in the Barron Gorge in the 1880s and sometimes sent down the river over the falls. It became obvious that a better means of transport for timber and also minerals, produce and cattle was needed, so the Barron Valley was selected as a site for the rail link to the Atherton tableland. The formidable task was undertaken between 1886 and 1899 by 1,500 men in steep rocky terrain, dense forests and the Cairns seasonal wet conditions. Incredible by today's standards, much of the original construction was done by hand. Evidence of the past uses can be seen along the tracks: Aboriginal nut-cracking stones, miners' bottle dumps, and the remains of shanties and rail worker camps. Welcome to the Barron Gorge hydroelectricity plant. The Barron Gorge Hydro generates clean green electricity which is sold into the national electricity market. In 2003, Stanwell Corporation Limited developed a $29 million strategic plan which will extend the life of the Barron Gorge Hydro to 2055. The first phase of this plan was completed in 2006 and included a midlife refit, including upgrade the majority of originally installed electrical plant. This was the largest project undertaken at the power station since its original construction. The second phase included the refurbishment of both of the hydro's generators. The Unit 1 generator rewind was completed in 2010 and the Unit 2 was completed in 2011. The refurbishment project improved the reliability and efficiency of the generating units and increasing max electricity output capacity of the Barron Gorge Hydro plant by 10%. Barron Gorge Hydro sources water from the Barron River to produce electricity before releasing the water back into the river. Kuranda Weir acts as a regulating pool for the hydro. If required, additional water can be obtained from Tinaroo Dam on the Atherton tablelands. Hydroelectric generation is one of the cleanest and most effective ways of producing electricity. Welcome to Welcome to the Barron Falls National Park. The landscape of Barron Falls began to form 400 million years ago. If you want to just move that to like there, I might be more 100 kilometers west of its current position. The movements at the edge of the continent uplifted, I can't read that, continent Gondwana? Yeah. Ancient rivers carried the sediment to the coast, which was then more than 100 kilometers west of its current position. Low-grade slate and siltstone. Subsequently, the Barron River was an area of weakness and the Barron Gorge was formed.
Okay.
Metamorphic slate and siltstone. Subsequently, the Barron River Gorge was formed and water... Oh, no!
Whenever you're ready, boo. Oh no.
The Barron Gorge Hydro generates clean green electricity which is sold into the Barron Gorge Hydro. What's it called? Hydro, like is hydro short for something?
I don't think so. Hydro just means water.
Welcome to the Barron Gorge Hydroelectric Plant. The Barron Gorge Hydro Plant generates clean green electricity which is sold into the national electricity market. In 2003, Stanwell Corporation Limited developed a 29 million. The Barron Gorge. What am I saying at the start?
European history of the Barron Gorge.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The European history of the Barron Gorge National Park. Ready? Go. The European history of the Barron Gorge National Park dates back to the gold rush in the Welcome to the Barron Gorge National Park. The landscape of Barron Gorge dates back more than 400 million years ago, when Australia was still part of the supercontinent Gondwana. Ancient rivers used to carry sediment to the coast, which sits more than 100 kilometers west of its current position. Earth movements along the coast lifted and subtracted volcanic rock and sediments, causing metamorphic slate and siltstone. Subsequently, the Barron River Gorge was formed, and that was from... No, I love it.